kissing, and so much more. We have all the details. I'm Gabi Conti.
I'm Anthony Recenello.
I'm Jana Rosenberg, and this is the Hollywire Tea Party.
Woo!
I mean, my favorite tea topic to talk about, personally, like the rest of the world, is Bryce Hall and Addison Rae. And unless you're living under a rock, you could not have missed all of their PDA this weekend. Bryce Hall and Addison appeared to be back together for real this time, as the two were caught kissing behind Saddle Ranch on Halloween night. Not only that, the pair appeared to have spent the whole day together as they started off their morning routine at West Hollywood celebrity gym Dog Pound. Addison shared a mirror selfie of the two at the gym, tagging Bryce and Dog Pound, followed by a selfie of her and Bryce with face masks on, where you can tell Addison is smiling as Bryce kisses her on the cheek. She added the text, "I just leg pressed 400 pounds 3 times. So who has the gains now?" I mean, we have so much to unpack here. This is scratching the surface, you guys.
Yeah.
So where do we even begin? Is my question.
Begin with the kiss. And also, by the way, when that first picture came up, I believe, Anthony, I think you sent it to me on Instagram, and I was like, can't wait for the couple's costume. Yeah. And then lo and behold, we had a couple's costume.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I want to go to that image because I think we've all seen this. It's a shot that the Hollywood Fix has gotten of Addison and Bryce at Saddle Ranch, where it appears that Addison is kissing Bryce. But, you know, Anthony, you're so good at reading body language. What is going on here?
You mean you're talking about behind the Saddle Ranch?
Behind the Saddle Ranch, it's a kiss, but there's also a car coming up, and like, I don't know, my instinct.
I think they were caught. That's all. That's right after the kiss, you saw Addison look right at the paparazzi, and you could see her going, "Oh no!" So like she wasn't expecting that. I mean, how? Why are they doing this anyway at the Saddle Ranch, the place where they know there's literally paparazzi hiding in the bushes? Mm-hmm. But I think they truly did not expect that to happen, and I truly do think that they are the closest that Bryce Hall could call a relationship right now. I mean, like he said, he's not the type to make it so official. He'll probably wait a little longer for that, but in terms of them being an item, yeah, that's official now. I mean, if Addison posted it on her Instagram story, that's a big thing.
It's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like the spending all the time together from the morning to the evening to the maybe after the evening. You know, it's like,
yeah,
when you're young, especially I think when you're like early 20s and you're spending all your time with this person, it's dating. You're dating. You're like, you know, you're hooking up. You're doing your thing. Like, I just think it's the time spent that says so much, let alone, you know, before we saw the very public PDA Halloween night. So yeah, I, again, like, kind of here for it. I don't know why I love them so much, but I do.
Yeah. What I think happened is, you know, we saw them at Saddle Ranch a couple of weeks ago. I was coincidentally there, but I didn't actually see them because I left as they were coming in. But that was the first time people were wondering what's going on. I was like, let's hold our opinions until we see more. And now I think that I've seen so much in the past month. I have a feeling what happened is exactly probably what we expect. Mm-hmm. Bryce got way too into the partying. There was way too much happening. Addison was like, listen, dude, come on. You want to be with me or you want to be a party boy? Yeah. And after a few weeks, Bryce decided, listen, I'm ready to kind of commit a little bit more. And I have a feeling because they're young and they're in a relationship. Young relationships, they talk after the crap happens. I think when you're older in a relationship, you talk before the crap happens. And so the crap happened, and I'll bet you Addison goes, listen, like you can't be, and he's like, all right, I get it. And from that moment on, like you guys mentioned, just either yesterday or 2 days ago, the paparazzi interviewed them together walking down the street, and Addison said, no more parties for Bryce. And she did say it in a very girlfriendy way. Like, listen, we've discussed this. This ain't happening on my watch. And so that's what I think it is. I think Bryce truly is like, listen, Now the fact that Addison took him back, that's a big thing, you know, like I was not expecting that, but
Yeah.
I was wrong, and I admit that.
Well, Addison said on her podcast with her mom that she likes to be on good terms with all of her exes or anyone she's been in a relationship with. So I have a feeling that it started off as like friends and being chill. And this is now, I could tell this from someone who's past my 20s, that it's really hard to maintain friends with an ex, especially if you're both still attracted to each other, especially if you're both single. Like it's gonna be, you're gonna be more than friends. It's really, you could really only be friends with an ex once enough time has passed and you guys are both moved on. Then I think that friendship could happen. I also wanted to give, this is just in, so Addison Rae had tweeted something a little earlier, but didn't confirm who it was about. And she just confirmed that it's about her relationship with Bryce and I. Bryce and her and Bryce. Yeah. It seems like Addison is trying to say that even though, you know, we have all the things, all the facts that we have seen with this couple happening over the weekend and up until this point, but Addison is trying to say that it's not, that the full story is not fully there. As she said, remember, the internet only allows you to see and know what is posted on it. You could be missing a lot of information. So always keep that in mind when forming an opinion on someone you don't know. So she confirmed that this is referring to her and Bryce. And I do think we should take that with a grain of salt, because sure, we see the couple's costume. We see them working out at the gym. We see them being, you know, TikTok official, Instagram story official, all of that stuff. We see them in interviews. But yeah, we weren't with them that entire Halloween night. We don't know what went down, and we don't know we don't know the full story, but we're keeping.
But we did see them smooching behind the saddle ranch, and that is, you can't discount that.
No,
right,
absolutely
right.
not. Absolutely.
I feel like, Gabi, tell me if you feel this way too. I feel like this is why I almost like knew this was going to happen. As a girl who's been through such an on and off again relationship, like this is so relatable. Like I just feel like we all have a Bryce Hall, or I don't know about you, Anthony, maybe you have an Addison Rae. Like we have been here before, you know? And like, it's just, I feel like she can say whatever she wants about people forming opinions, but it's like, you're doing the couple's costume, you're making out behind Saddle Ranch, you're working out together, which to me, doing something to like better yourself with someone is kind of a big deal. I feel like that's it's an intimate thing, you know?
And it seems like what she wants from Bryce, because she wants to see Bryce working out more than he is partying, right? Like she wants to encourage a healthy lifestyle, like the healthy lifestyle she got from hanging out with Kourtney Kardashian with their poosh smoothies and their workouts every morning. So I think she wants to see that with Bryce, and Bryce has been showing her change. And Jana, you're right. It's the guy you always go back to. We see this all the time. We see this in movies, TV shows, in our own real life. And I think that for each other, they're each other's kryptonite, and we'll just have to see what happens with them.
Yeah,
definitely.
By the way, I just really would like to mention how big it is, I think, to post a picture of a guy kissing you on your Instagram story, especially since she is the bigger name. Now, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but Florence Pugh and Zach Braff are in they're literally living together relationship. Zach Braff is very happy to post pictures of Florence all over his Instagram and them together. I'm following them. Me and my girlfriend follow them closely. Florence posts nothing of their relationship. And if it is, it's some sort of incidental shot where Zach is in a group photo, but she posts nothing. And I'm guessing that's just PR reasons. You know, she's going to get everybody asking about the relationship and the age gap and all that stuff. And so to make something so public, saying this is someone kissing me on my Instagram, that's a big thing to me. And I just want to I want people to understand that's something less than just, oh, we're just friends, or it's just something that's going on at the moment.
Well, and it does really, it feels almost like a marking your territory kind of thing. Also, for her posting that, it also is a kind of a way of letting other girls who might be into Bryce knowing he's mine, you know, and the same when Bryce posts her in his videos, he's making that statement as well. And just kind of going off this. So after the workout Bryce and Addison, they showed off their couple's costume on TikTok. Addison was dressed as Harley Quinn and Bryce was dressed as the Joker, which is important to note. That's the exact same couple's costume confirmed couple Taylor Holder and Charlie Jordan were also sporting that night. Even though Taylor and Charlie's was like way more far out there with like a Batmobile included, like they slayed it. And they did a TikTok. Both of them posted TikToks together. Addison's TikTok, the two of them are dancing to Fergie's Glamorous. Addison shakes her hips to the camera, and then she and Bryce kind of like jive together. Addison captioned this video simply "Makeup by @Avani," but then Bryce also posted a TikTok of their costumes. In this video, Addison twirls into the camera, and then the camera moves to Bryce, who lip syncs a song as he takes off his top shirt showing his dog pound gains. He captioned this TikTok, "Makeup creds, Avani," and @Addison Rae. So interesting that like Addison is in a TikTok with Bryce, but the caption, he's not tagged in it. But in his TikTok, Addison is tagged, and I guess she also helped him with his makeup.
Yeah, she did, with those kiss marks on his neck. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, this all started with the TikToks together, right? I feel like the first time we saw them hanging out again, was it not on TikTok a couple weeks ago?
I believe so. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I feel like I don't know if we can read that much into like who tagged who and what. But just the fact that they did a couple's costume, like that is like, I really don't know how much more official you can get with that. You know, that's how I feel. Like Halloween couples costumes, to me at least, are a huge deal. And again, back to the posting on any form of social media, I think that it's not only a marking your territory thing, but I also think it's kind of like, I don't know, maybe this is different for you guys, but like we like want to show off who we're with if we're happy in the moment. You know what I mean? We like want to post that person, even though in hindsight, it might not be the best thing to do if you're celebrity PR wise or, you know, so I don't know. I feel like this, per usual, will get a bit complicated, but here we are.
Some people say that Addison is kind of like helping bail out Bryce by, you know, spending more time with him in TikToks and videos, but that would be the case if they weren't so intimate in the videos or, you know, in pictures and stuff. So like, I do think it's more than just Bryce, you know, Addison doing Bryce a solid in terms of like, you know, making him look a little more PR friendly mainstream. But something also I think was a really touching moment for me in this saga is also they released another Halloween video this week on Bryce's channel where they kind of did a little let's go out at night and go to scary places at night together. And there was a moment where Addison was getting too scared what was going on, because they were kind of going in the middle of nowhere at night with just some flashlights and a camera, and Addison was like, I'm gonna go, I don't even care. And this was something that I think Bryce maybe wasn't even planning to have on video, because there was no lights while you heard the sound on the video. He goes like, listen, I'm summarizing obviously, but like he basically says like, I don't want you to walk alone, you know, just come hang with us. And it was like one part of Bryce's personality that you've never seen before, because he always comes off as either the really confident kind of entrepreneur, which he's putting out right now, or the party guy, which he does on his channel. But it's very rare we see that kind of tender side of him where we're saying like, you know what, I really don't want you to walk alone, like please don't go, come just hang out with me a little bit longer. And again, I don't know if he was expecting that to actually go on his video until maybe after the fact, which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah. He's definitely protective of her to an extent, which I think we're seeing more and more. And also, he dropped another video that just came out, and it seemed like, I can't tell if the intro of this video was shot the day of Halloween or if it was shot the morning after Halloween. It's his latest video that he has on it, and it's some more pranks and more hijinks. But the intro, Addison's in the intro video. She's wearing her Harley Quinn costume. He's wearing his Joker costume. They don't have makeup on, which could either be that it was the morning of Halloween and they haven't done their makeup, or it was the night after Halloween. I'm leaning towards it was the night after Halloween because Bryce's voice is shot. And if you look carefully, there appears to be like green stuff in his hair, which I just think adds to the whole that these two are like really inseparable at this point. And I do feel like their relationship has been taken to this like level that we haven't seen with these two before.
This is very spicy of you to say, Gabi. And are you implying that Addison slept over at the Sway house?
I mean, it's a big house. I'm not saying they slept in the same bed, but, you know, they were hanging out all night together. She could have crashed on the couch. She lives with her parents. She might not want to go wake up Sherry and Monty at like, you know, whenever Saddle Ranch closes at 2 a.m., you know? So I'm not implying that anything like happened, but I am implying that she's spending a lot of time with Bryce, which I think we love to see, because I think at the end of the day, like, Addison shippers are so real. We like love these two together, but we want to make sure that like he's in a good place and she's in a good place. And we've seen some really positive changes from Bryce in just the last week, which is, I think, very impressive.
Yeah. I mean, every time they're together, every time he's with her, he's definitely a better person, you know, which says so much. Cause it's like, I feel like she has this like reign over him in a way. And I feel like that's when, you know, when a guy like really, you know, when a guy is like, when you have a guy at your fingertip, like that's just when you know, that he is kind of trying to stick it out. And also, you know, to go back to the lie detector test, he answered honestly when they were like, do you want Addison back? Said yes. And they were like, it's true. And it's like, now's his chance, you know?
And, you know, since we've been live, there's been a TikTok update. Addison just posted a duet of her and Bryce. And there was one of the two of them from a year ago and her hair is blonde and they're doing the same dance as they're doing now. And it says relationship in the caption, which I am wondering is implying that is maybe their way of saying that they are officially in a relationship. Or is she just saying, hey, look, this is how our relationship has changed over the last year?
Yeah. I mean,
is it just the word relationship?
I'm gonna pull it up on my end just to make sure, because I do not want to be telling you the wrong information. But yeah, that's what it seems like it's saying. So hold on.
See, this is why going live with this is magical, because we get that breaking news.
It's Bryce Hall's TikTok. It's Bryce Hall's TikTok that this is on, not Addison Rae. So I'm just gonna try to pull up Bryce's TikTok right now.
Bryce Hall and the word relationship. Wow.
Yeah,
that's two things you never thought.
I mean, or it's a joke. I mean, it is Bryce Hall after all, so it could be a joke. But let's see what it shows of them. Okay, sorry guys thanks for bearing with us as we're dealing with these updates right now. So so the video it's an old Bryce and Addison. They're doing the same dance. This was just posted, and my computer is freezing. One moment, guys. It's breaking the internet. So it says duet with Addison Rae. Okay, sorry guys. So it says hashtag duet with Addison Rae. We look the same. So he is doing a duet with an old video of him and Addison Rae. And the music, the title of the music is Relationship, slow version, best tune. So the track is what is a little telling here. And they're doing the same dance, and it ends with Bryce going in and hugging Addison at the end. So he is duetting with an old video of him and Addison from Addison's TikTok from about a year ago, judging by her platinum hair.
Well, that's going to definitely stir some commotion today with the TikTok community. But speaking of the TikTok community, you know, a lot of people think about Bryce, or a lot of people have been saying their comments about Bryce and Addison's Halloween night. Tessa Brooks, who you guys might remember as the girl Bryce was tied to before he got back with Addison, seems to support this. One follower commented on her TikTok, someone is pressed at Bryce Hall chose Addison Rae. And Tessa clapped back saying, y'all tripping when I actually shipped them. Bryce and I were always just friends. Ha ha. It also looks like someone added Bryce's love for Addison into Urban Dictionary, as now there's a definition for Bryce Hall is a simp, which reads Bryce Hall simps for Addison Rae. Honestly, we stand him for it though. Anyways, Stan Bradison for clear skin. I still don't know what that means. YouTuber Bryce Hall, he's always simping for Addison Rae. The word simp was just used way too many times in that phrase. But Tessa Brooks commenting on this is very interesting to me. Anthony, what do you think about the rumors I guess it was like a month ago, about Tessa and Bryce?
Yeah, I still totally think that Bryce and Tessa were a week-long item. I just do. And that doesn't mean that they have to be in a relationship and Tessa has to get jealous or anything. I'll bet you that Tessa's a really mature woman and that she is able to hang out with Bryce and at the same time understand that his true love may be elsewhere.
There you go. Well, I mean, he called her the homie, right? I kind of got like that they were friends, maybe friends with benefits, which, in those cases, if you're friends with benefits with someone and they move on to someone who they have like a serious connection with, you kind of are like, oh, it's cool. I'm like happy that they've like settled. I feel
exactly.
Like
you said it much better than I could have.
Yeah.
Gabby. That was exactly what I wish I said.
Or they were just friends. We don't know. They could have literally been, we could believe them. They could have just been friends and maybe she always shipped them together.
Anytime a guy calls a girl the homie, I'm just like, okay. No, like if you call me the homie, like we're not hooking up, So when he said that about her, I was like, okay, maybe they're not. But I like what you said, Anthony. Like it definitely could have been a weak fling because they were really cozy in those paparazzi videos. But I think she knew her place. You know what I mean? Like I feel like history always wins. And if there's an ex where things haven't been fully closed off or, there's still feelings there, that's always what's going to win. So I feel like she just knew her place. But
she also could, since we're talking about her, she also could have been a little bit of a, I don't know the word, that electrical, that pole that makes the electricity. Conductor? No, I can't think of it.
But kind of maybe a trigger almost in a way that like inspired Addison that, okay, if I don't spend time with Bryce, like he will move on because, we didn't see Addison with any guys. We did see Bryce with girls. And, he's the party guy. She's been really, she just told the paparazzi a couple of days ago that her focus right now is not on going out. It's on working on her movie. He's all that. And spending time with that. And so I think she made it pretty clear to Bryce that if they want to have something, be it a friendship or be it more, that he's going to have to keep up with her healthy lifestyle. And from what we've seen so far, he's been doing that.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's exactly what happened. I think Bryce wanted her back. Addison was like, sorry, you're a little too crazy for me at the moment. He starts, experimenting with other people. Addison goes, all right, let's see if we could talk this out. That's kind of how I feel the general steps were.
Totally.
To the best of us,
Mm-hmm. But, to go back to Addison's comment that she said, there could be more to this. They could be just friends who are spending a ton of time with each other. And it could be just that. I agreed. But then again, the kiss is really what's telling. Also, there was in a picture of Bryce and Addison at Saddle Ranch where it's really well lit. You can see that on Bryce's neck, there's a lot of like kiss marks that is the same color as Addison's lipstick. So, they definitely, at the very least, seem to be a friends with benefits situation. We've known they've even though Addison doesn't call Bryce her ex, that they've had relationships before. And we're seeing a lot of them on social media. We're seeing a lot of them out and about. We're only reporting on what we see and the facts we get from that. But we do ship them and we really do hope that they have a good day and that they're happy with it. It seems like people are attacking Addison to some extent. At least her Twitter is like blowing up about that because I guess the people are kind of split and there's some people who don't like that Addison is hanging out with Bryce because of the bad influence that he could have on her. And she kind of just wants to live her life, which she deserves to.
I think she should, I get why people are like, oh, Addison, don't do this, girl. Like, we've been there, done that. But it's like, I think, look, they're in their early 20s. This is if anything, it's a great learning experience for both of them. They clearly have love for each other in some retrospect. I feel like I would love to see them give this a fair shot. And will it work out? I don't know, but why not? They clearly aren't ready to fully let go of each other. So I would love to see them like actually give it a go. I wonder what the internet world of them looks like when they're actually serious, like Dixie and Noah, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Or Charlie and Taylor. That's like another of those are
Exactly.
the official couples. Also, speaking about couples, I mean, Halloween weekend, Saturday night was like so telling of who could be together and who isn't together based on the couple's costume. I mean, we also saw that Nessa Barrett and Josh Richards, they were a couple's costume, as well as Jaden Hossler and Mads Lewis, they were in a couple's costume. And I think that Josh and Nessa and Jaden and Mads and Addison and Bryce's relationships to me are kind of similar to some extent, because these are couples that I feel like are always off and on, to the point that like people can't keep straight if they're dating or if they're not dating. So I do think it was telling that they all were in couples costume, but I also at the same time am curious is maybe it was like a Sway House thing. Maybe that the three boys were like, oh, let's get into couples costumes with the girls that we're always with, to get the attention. So it could have been either way with that.
True. Yeah, it could have been strictly fun.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I don't know. Okay, guys. Anything else about the Bradison train? Did we cover it all?
I mean, I feel like that is the latest and the greatest with Bradison up until this point that we have been seeing. Obviously, some people in the comment section, a lot of haters here. They don't think we should be talking about this, but
they probably are so mad at me. I'm like, yeah.
Our viewers are happy that we're talking about it. We get DMs from you guys all the time saying you want a Bradison update, you want a Bradison update. And there was a lot that happened this weekend, and we just wanted to keep you up to date with all the updates from the kiss to the paparazzi interviews and everything. And yes, and Addison also recently, she's been chatting with the paparazzi. I think the latest, stop me if I said this already, is Kevin Wong also tried to interview her, and she wouldn't talk about the kiss. He's like, tell us about the kiss from Saddle Ranch. And she just went on her business. So I don't know. I think with these two, we'll keep you up to date with the latest of what happens, but it definitely is only time will tell if they will stay together or if they will break up.
Yep. I mean, it's up to, I think I'd like, at the end of the day, it's up to Bryce Hall. You know, it's like, will he keep his SHIT together or will he not? You know?
Yeah.
So it's really up to him. But I think as far as her, like, she clearly loves him. So I'm kind of here for it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I have a feeling Bryce is kind of turning a new leaf, or, I'm not sure how. All I know is that, he's been super business focused lately, and he might be really looking for that his queen to kind of run an empire with him, and they might really have that in mind. Bryce has a podcast called, I'm pretty sure, Capital University, that I've been listening to. It's really great, and it's another side of Bryce that I haven't seen. It's not a party Bryce. It's very, he's all business in that. And he's talking to, Mark Cuban and people like that about business. And seeing that, I'm going, you know what? Who knows what Bryce is really like? He definitely has that party boy brand, but at the same time, he also has a really big business. He's releasing an energy drink. So, I have a feeling he's really starting to take stuff seriously right now.
Yeah. And and when you do settle down in your life to some extent, or like kind of get your stuff in order, I feel like that's usually when we see people get into a serious relationship. I'm curious though, if Addison is ready for that, because, she is just starting her acting career. I couldn't think of a worse time to get into a relationship when you're just starting your acting career.
Yeah.
I feel like there's one thing to be said when you're like when you're young and you're in your 20s. There's another thing to be said when you're like, you got massively famous in a year, and this is still, she is just scratching the surface, like who knows?
Oh, yeah.
Like, so yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you, Gabi. What a horrible time to be like locking someone down, but maybe this is what drives them to being these two super motivated people. Sometimes like you find your person and that's your teammate, and like that's great,
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the complete opposite. They ruin your life and make everything worse. So I mean, who knows what we'll see?
Well, only time will tell, but we want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think about Bryce Hall and Addison Rae? Do you think they're friends or something more? What did you think of that kiss and all the content they've been making together lately? Let us know. I'm Gabi Conti.
I'm Anthony Recenello.
I'm Jana Rosenberg, and keep it here on Hollywire for the Hollywire Tea Party, Monday through Wednesday live. See you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.